Hi there, I'm Rebecca, and this is a 20-minute yoga flow. Today will be a slow flow focused more on recovery. So if you're sore this week, if you've done some strength training and you just need a little bit of a break, this is a good flow for you. All you'll need is a mat and some space to move freely with your arms, and then that's really it. So let's go ahead and get started at the back of your mat in child's pose. So come to a kneeling position on your mat. Open your knees out wide as your mat, and then bring your big toes to touch. Sit your hips back and then lower your belly in between your thighs. Walk your hands towards the top and then rest your head on the mat. Once you arrive, take a big breath in, big breath out. Continue to flow your breath here. Just taking this invitation to start turning your focus more inward, becoming more aware of your body, feeling those places where you might be sore or tight or tired, working to soften those spaces and just send your love there. Continue to flow your breath in and out through your nose. And we'll take a few rounds of breath here together. Take an inhale, fill up for your belly, ribs, and chest. Open mouth, H-A, breathe it out. 2 more, inhale, fill up belly, ribs, and chest. Open mouth, exhale, deflate, and squeeze it all out. Last one, inhale, fill up, biggest breath of your day so far, all the way into your ears. Open mouth, exhale, wring out any last bits of stale air. Then breathe in again through your nose, just letting your breath flow freely, flow in the way that it needs to. Continuing to bring your mind into the 4 corners of your mat, paying more attention to every bit of your body that you can. Then inhale, rise up to tabletop. Stack your wrists underneath your shoulders and bring your knees underneath your hips. Then inhale to cow pose. Drop your belly down, squeeze your shoulder blades together, look up. And then exhale to cat pose. Tuck your tailbone down, drop your chin to chest, press your hands into the mat. Then continue to flow. Inhale, cow pose, look up. Exhale, cat pose, round and curl. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Take a few more rounds of breath here. Feel free to add in any lateral movements or extra movements to roll out your shoulders, your neck, your face, sway your hips. Take one more round of breath. Inhale, return to neutral tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Pedal out your legs. Start by working out the bottoms of your feet and your calves. Maybe shift your hips side to side, working out any tightness there. Shrug your shoulders a few times. Press your chest towards your toes. And then find stillness on your mat. Spread all 10 fingers wide. Press into the pads of your fingers. Press your chest to your toes. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, tiptoe your feet towards your wrist for ragdoll pose, finding a full forward fold. Bend at your knees and place your belly on your thighs. Feel your low back open just a little bit. Good, find that support and then let your upper body hang, reach for opposite elbows. Shake your head, yes and no. And then maybe sway your torso side to side, straightening one leg and the other. Then come back to center, release your fingertips down. Toe heel your feet to touch or just closer together, wherever they feel the most comfortable. Then bend your knees and slowly roll up to standing. Take your time. And then once you arrive at the top, roll out your shoulders. Turn your head side to side, maybe ear to shoulder press. Good. Press your hips side to side, maybe do a few hip circles. I don't know about you, but I am sore. All right, come back to center. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, draw your hands to your chest. Release your palms by your side one more time. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, hands to chest, then release them by your side. Good, stand here for just a moment in this stillness. Hold into your heels. Close your eyes. Keep your chest open and proud. Take a breath in. Open mouth, breath out. Committing to honoring and loving your body today with a little bit of rest and a little bit of attention and care. Flutter your eyes open. Then inhale, mountain pose, sweep your hands back overhead. Exhale, baby back bend. Open your elbows out to 90 degrees. Lift your heart up and open your throat. Keep your tailbone tucked. Imagine pressing your hips forward and pulling your shoulders back in space. Then inhale, re-extend your arms, realign your body. Exhale, forward fold, dive forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Press your hands to your shins or thighs. Lift your shoulders in line with your hips, making your back like a flat tabletop. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lengthen through the back of your neck. If your hamstrings feel extra tight, place a bend in your knee. That might help. Take an inhale. Then exhale to low lunge. Step your right foot back. Lower your right knee down. Take both hands to the inside of your left foot and toe heel your left foot out to the side. Runner's lunge. Press your hips down and forward. Take a few breaths here. Relish this feeling of opening your hips. You can start dynamic if that works. But if that's not calling to you, you can just stay here nice and still and just breathe. Then toe heel your left foot back to center. And then inhale to crescent moon. Reach your hands overhead. Tuck your tailbone down. Reach your fingertips to the sky. Then exhale, open twist to the left. Reaching your arms at shoulder height in opposite directions like a T shape. Tuck your tailbone, press your hip forward, and then just reach in opposite directions. Good, inhale, come back to center. Then exhale, moving into a kneeling warrior two. This one's a little tricky. Pivot your right foot behind you so that your right leg is more parallel to the back of your mat, but your left toes still point towards the top. Good, so you should have your hips in two different directions here. Right hip pointing this way, left hip pointing this way. Then bend into your left knee and then straighten again. So we'll ease into this inner thigh stretch for this first time. Just working out. You might feel more on one hip or the other, but just becoming aware of what feels tight, what's difficult. Good. Just a couple more. And then we'll turn back to center. So pivot your right foot back towards the front of your mat. Good. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, high plank pose. Plant your hands to the mat. Step your left foot to meet your right. And then lower all the way down to belly, chest, and thighs. You always have the option to move to your knees if you'd like. Untuck your toes when you arrive. Inhale, hovering cobra. Lift your hands to hover off the mat. Then lift your chest off the mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Look up if you can. Take another inhale. And exhale, release it down. Plant your hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway cobra. Press your hands into the mat this time to support you. Inhale, lift your throat. Drop your shoulders down. Keep your toes down. Take another inhale. And exhale, release it down. And moving into a fuller version of cobra, you can keep your hands at your shoulders. You can move them back if you have that. This is a little bit harder, so if you have that extension. If not, you can move your hands more forward. Then inhale, straighten your arms. Drop your shoulders back, look up. Take one more round of breath. At the end of your exhale, release it down. Tuck your toes, move to downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take movement if you need to. We'll stay here for 2 or 3 breaths. And inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Lower your left knee down. Then take both hands to the inside of your right foot and toe heel your right foot to the outer edge of your mat. Set up your hips, drop them low. Stay right here, or you can move into some dynamic side to side or front to back. Find the place that this hip needs, which might be different from the other hip. Maybe even close your eyes, just become more aware and connected with your body. And continue to flow your breath. Then toe heel your right foot back to center. Adjust your feet. Inhale to crescent moon, reach your hands overhead. And then exhale, open twist to the right. Reach your hands at shoulder height in opposite directions. Turn your chest over your right leg. Keep pressing your shoulder blades back behind you. Tuck your left tailbone down. Breathe. Then inhale back to center. Exhale, kneeling warrior two. This time pivot your left foot to be parallel with the back side of your mat. Right toes point towards the front. And lunge it in and out. Imagine again that your hips are pointing in opposite directions. The left hip is pointing towards the side of your space and the right hip is pointing more towards the front. Just working out a few reps here. We'll do a longer hold and maybe go for some more depth on the second time we're here. Just take your time here, no rush. And we'll pivot back to center. Pivot the left shin around parallel to the long edges of your mat. Take an inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands to frame your front foot, lift your back heel, and then step your feet together at the top of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Flatten your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your hands overhead. Exhale, baby back bend. Press your elbows down and back. Lift your chin and open your throat. Take another inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. This time, step your left foot back. Left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your hands overhead. Then exhale for a side bend. Reach your right hand down and your left hand high. And then we'll stay here for a few breaths. Just letting your left side open. Maybe even feel like you're bumping your hips to the left. Try to draw your left shoulder back so that your shoulders almost feel stacked. Good. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hamstring stretch, straighten your right leg. Maybe even adjust your heels so that it's forward a little bit more. You can place a large bend in your knee if your hamstrings are extra tight, but if you have the space, try to keep that knee straight and your toes flexed to your face. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Find a comfortable position here. You can hold for the next 3 breaths. Then inhale to a lunge. Draw your heel back, bend into your right leg. Find that knee over ankle alignment. Then inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, kneeling warrior two. Pivot your shin to be parallel to the back edge and then lunge to your right leg. This time, go as far as you feel comfortable in your body. Trying to align your heel and knee somewhat. They don't have to be exact or perfect. If this feels extra tight, you can always turn your toe in just a little bit so that way it's not so open and opposite in your hips. So lunge into your right leg. For an added boost, turn your left heel or your left toes out. And then we'll stay right here, making sure that your right knee aligns over your toes wherever your toes point. Good, and just breathe. 2 more breaths. Good, firm up your right leg, re-straighten, pivot your left shin around, take another inhale, hands up, Exhale, high plank pose. Plant your hands to the mat, lift your left heel, and step your right foot to meet your left. Take another inhale, and exhale, lower all the way down. Then inhale to a full cobra. Untuck your toes, straighten your arms, lift your chest, open your throat. Breathe here. Maybe lift your knees up off the mat if you have that extra space in your low back. Continue to breathe and open your throat. One more round of breath. And exhale, release it down. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Good, staying solid center or pedaling out again if you need that. Breathe in and breathe out. Then inhale, lift your left leg this time. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot to the top. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, reach your hands up. Then exhale, side bend to the left. Drop your left hand down, reach your right hand up and over. Bump your hips to the right. Draw your right shoulder back. Good, find that good alignment and create that long space, long openness in your right side. Find a comfortable edge and then breathe. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Shift your left foot forward. Straighten your left leg. Bend over your left leg. Again, place that bend in your knee if you need to, if the hamstrings feel tight. But if you can, straighten your left leg and flex your toes towards your face. This side might feel a little different than the other side. So we're just noticing, taking account for those things, maybe making adjustments that this side might need to be a little more tended to. And then just breathe. Try to relax your face and your jaw and your shoulders as much as you can. I just had a breeze blow in through my garage and it feels really nice. What else can you notice in your space that feels really good? Then inhale, bend your front leg, reach your hands up. Then exhale to warrior two, kneeling warrior two, pivot your right shin around, bend into your left knee. Try to align as much as you need to. For a little extra, you can toe heel your foot back. For a little less, toe heel your foot forward. And then lunge into your front knee. Good. Turn your right toes out if you'd like that extra space. Try to keep your chest turned towards the side of your space. Maybe even use your elbow to help you turn. And then lunge. And then 4 breaths. Breathe in. Smooth out. Keep going. Then inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, realign to the front, pivot your right hip. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, high plank pose. Step your left foot back and then lower all the way down to your mat, nice and gentle. Good. From here, moving into a scorpion pose, extend your left arm out to a T. I'll show you on the right side. So extend your right arm out to a T, in line with your shoulder. If you'd like a little more shoulder stretch or chest stretch, you can bend your elbow to any variation. You can also bring it above the shoulder. That's going to intensify it. But start here at shoulder height, hand out, then bend your left heel. Tilt your left toes towards the mat on your right side. Use your left hand underneath your left shoulder for a little more leverage. Find your position. If you decide you want more, roll out, adjust your position, then roll back in, and then relax. Lower your ear down to the mat, and then just breathe, letting your chest open. Then inhale, roll back to center. And then exhale, switch it out to the other side. Send your left arm out at shoulder height. Bend your right heel. And then roll your right foot over to the left side. Good. Once you get that set up, if it's not enough, roll back, make your adjustment, and then roll back into it. Use your right hand for that leverage if you need it. Once you get set up, lower your ear down to the mat. Close your eyes if you'd like, and then breathe. I find that this helps stretch hips and chest at the same time. So if you feel tight in your hips, that's perfectly normal. And then inhale, roll back to center. On your exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Okay, take one breath here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up to standing. Exhale, release your hands by your side. Step your right foot back and open out to the side of your mat. Moving into a wide-legged forward fold. You can clasp your arms behind your back. That is difficult for me to do, so I'm going to use this strap. But if you can, clasp your arms behind your back. You can also place your hands flat on your low back. And inhale, open your chest. Make sure your feet are parallel. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Drop your head down towards the mat. And then if you can, lift your hands up off your back if they're clasped. If your hands are on your low back, just keep them pressed to your low back with elbows pulling together. And then breathe. Try to roll to your toes. Let your hamstrings release. Take a few more breaths here. Inhale, slowly rise up. And exhale, release your hands. And then come down to a kneeling position on your mat with your knees together. Untuck your toes and sit on your heels. Good. If that's uncomfortable, you can just find any comfortable seated position. But if this works here, try to keep your hips on your heels. And inhale, reach your hands up overhead. On your exhale, take your left hand to just below your left elbow. Inhale, reach your right hand high, and then exhale, tilt your right hand to the side. Keep your right palm up towards the ceiling, and if you can, pull your shoulders back so that your head is more upright. You don't want to be too far forward here. Try to lift your chin away from your chest. Good, and then just breathe. One more breath. Come back to center, release your arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand to left tricep. Inhale, extend your left hand, and exhale, tilt to the left. Again, make adjustments so that your chin is a little lifted away from your chest, and one side might feel different than the other. For me, this side feels a little tighter. I don't have as much range in my left arm. That's okay, just make those accommodations, adjust as needed, and then breathe. Try to relax as much as you can. Let the side that struggles more feel that love coming from you. And inhale, come back to center, release. Exhale, roll all the way onto your back. Coming down flat on your mat. Take your time, no rush. Then cross your right ankle over your left. Take an inhale, and exhale, drop your legs to the left so that your right foot almost plants flat on the floor, and And then breathe right here. You can open to the right, turn your gaze to the right, if that feels comfortable for you, and close your eyes. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, switch it out to the other side. Left ankle over your right. Take an inhale. And exhale, tilt your legs to the right with your left foot planting flat to the floor. And then inhale, open up to the left. Arm and eye gaze turning to the left. Inhale to center. And exhale, tuck both knees to your chest. Tuck your forehead towards your knee. Take another inhale. And exhale, release to Savasana. Extend your legs out. Take up space on your mat. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Shimmy your shoulders under your chest. Keep your heart open and lifted. There's no right or wrong position here. If you want to bend your knees to relieve your low back, you can do that. Place your hands on your body if that feels more secure. Wherever you can find comfort, just find that comfort. Release any last wiggles, and then rest stillness into your mat. Now I've noticed the more I've done yoga that there's two sensations that I tend to feel in this Savasana. You can feel heavy pressing into your mat, like gravity is extra today. Or you can feel like you're floating and lifting and not even laying on a mat at all, but maybe lifting up towards the sky. Maybe just notice, now that you're settled, what sensations you're feeling here. Maybe it's something different. Connect to that sensation, and then just rest here for the next 2 minutes. I will let you know when the time is up, so I will be pulling you out wherever your brain goes. Just let it go. Wherever your mind has drifted, bring it back to this space. Reconnect with your body. Start making small movements, wiggle your fingers and your toes. And bigger movements, rotate your wrists and your ankles. Then on an inhale, reach your hands overhead, take a full body stretch. So inhale, reach your arms overhead, take a full body stretch, relish every last ounce of that openness and expansion. And then on your exhale, tuck your knees into your chest and roll to either side, finding the fetal position. Stack your hips and knees. Keep your eyes closed and your focus inward. Slowly, gently make your way to an easy seat on your mat. Sit up nice and tall. And once you arrive in your seat, place your hands on your heart. Take a big breath in. Smooth breath out. Another breath in. Feel that gratitude as you breathe in. Fill up with it. Open mouth. Cleanse it out. The light within me sees and honors the light within you. Namaste. Thank you again for joining me for this juicy, slow flow. I hope that you feel a little more cared for, a little more tended to within your body, and that you can take that sense of caring for yourself into the rest of your day. Again, my name is Rebecca, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks.